episode is sponsored by Health IQ. Health IQ is a life insurance agency that helps runners, walkers, weightlifters, triathletes, vegetarians, vegans, everyone making a healthier lifestyle choice find lower rates on life insurance. For more information and to support the show, go to healthiq.com/red or mention the promo code RED when you talk to a Health IQ agent. And thanks to them for sponsoring this week's show. Here we go. Now we're crossing the finish line for her. We have just finished an amazing race. We crossed the half marathon finish line just a few minutes ago. It was so emotional. It was so meaningful. And we got the half marathon medal. And we got the Booby Trap medal for finishing the 10K, the 5K, and the half this weekend. Now we're headed to the after party. The race actually ends at the Mayo Clinic, a big partner of Donna's foundation and a big reason why she formed the foundation. So we're gonna go celebrate on that campus where they're fighting to end breast cancer, just like we did in the race today. I can't tell you, I hope the footage does it justice, because the people on the course who ran the race, the spectators who come out and support in such a huge way, everyone that's a part of this race, whether you do the 5K, the 10K, the half, the full, any one of the races, or if you just come to support someone, this is the one to do in Jacksonville. This is the one. And it's all the more meaningful for us because of the experience we've had in our family with breast cancer. It's been an amazing weekend. You should come out next February for the 12th running of the 26.2 with Donna Weekend. That was such a great weekend in Jacksonville. We're right back at it, preparing for our next race, but we still have lots of content to share with you from that weekend. Before we get back to the action in Jacksonville, we want to talk to you a little bit about Health IQ, this week's sponsor. Did you know that people who run an 8-minute mile have a 41% less risk of heart disease? Health IQ knows. They've done the research, so they work with top insurers to find you lower rates on life insurance for that healthier lifestyle you choose every day. So how do you find out if you qualify and help support the show? Go to healthiq.com/red or mention the promo code RED when you talk to a Health IQ agent. And thanks so much to Health IQ for sponsoring this week's show. We're getting a little hungry, so I think it's time to experience all that Jacksonville has to offer in delicious food and beverages. And what better place than the historic 5 Points Riverside portion of Jacksonville. And here we are at the Black Sheep restaurant. I'm here with Waylon Rivers, who is the executive chef at the Black Sheep. Welcome to our podcast, and thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your hectic schedule tonight to talk to us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
You've been at the restaurant since its opening?
Actually, I've been since day one. I started as a sous chef, and I've been going up to the executive chef.
And tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
We're a neighborhood restaurant located in the 5 Points area of Jacksonville. Seasonal menu items using local and artisanal products. We're an American-style restaurant with a Southern influence, but not solely that.
So you have a background actually in running half marathons, and we're here for the Donna half marathon this weekend. If you were to recommend something that we should eat prior to the race, what from the menu, what would it be? You want to carb up, so I know we have a house-made Chitarra spaghetti, so that's with some winter squash, and you can even add some duck confit or pork belly on there if you want. And it has some toasted sunflower seeds, pecorino cheese, so it's a great little dish to get you ready for that race, and need the carbs when you're running that far. And as soon as that garlic gets nice and toasty, we make a little squash stock. Stop the garlic from cooking too much. Then we have some house-made spaghetti. A little butternut squash stock or puree in there. And I gotta make a sauce. So we make a butter sauce in the pan to order. Fresh sage in there. So like all of this is making my mouth water.
Throw in some butter, a little bit of cold butter. Fresh cracked black pepper.
I can smell the rosemary.
We have our roasted kombucha squash. Just a nice little coating of sauce.
You know how I love
And then we'll finish with some garnishes over here. There's some toasted sunflower seed, pecorino cheese, one more fresh cracked black pepper on there, a little local olive oil from Georgia. That's it.
This is the spaghetti alla Chitarra that Waylon made for us. And I want to get all the good flavors in there. Look at that sauce. Love that sauce. It smelled so good, the rosemary and the garlic. And the puree. Squash puree. I don't want to make a mess of myself. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to bring this closer. The pasta, the homemade pasta is perfect. It is al dente. And when you bite into it, you get that woodsy flavor of the rosemary and the cheese, the little salty sharpness of the cheese and the garlic and the squash, the sweetness of the squash, that natural sweetness. A little bit of the butter kicks up the richness. And like, there's the woodiness of the rosemary and the sage together. That sage flavor that you're used to tasting at Thanksgiving with turkey. It's amazing. Delicious. We've just had an amazing meal at the Black Sheep here in Jacksonville. We had a wonderful demonstration of the tasty pasta dish. If you visit the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend taking a trip to this restaurant because their food is amazing and their drink menu is very unique. So now that the running is done, it's time to celebrate with a tasty beverage. And what better place than a local brewery? This is Intuition Aleworks. We're here at Intuition Aleworks, and we're lucky enough to have Bronson Olympia with us here. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to sit down and have a beer with us.
Always enjoying it.
Yes. What do you do here at Intuition?
So I'm one of the assistant taproom managers. So we got a three-headed monster here. Myself, Katie, and Sammy. All three of us work together, but I'm one of the taproom managers.
So what are the kinds of things that you do?
So I'm also do some stuff with all the beer we have on. So I make sure we're stocked right, ready to go. Make sure we got enough cans for the week and things like that.
And for people who are visiting or who are watching the podcast and thinking about visiting the Jacksonville area, why should they come to Intuition?
I mean, one thing is we're all about the community. So if you come here, you get a little slice of the community. You get a little slice of Jacksonville. But also, our beer is just, I mean, everyone that works here loves the beer just as much as people that come in and patronize it too. So, but also the view, you can't really beat that either.
Yeah, this rooftop is phenomenal. This rooftop is awesome. But let's get back to your beer.
Yeah, for sure.
Your beer. What are some of the most popular beers that you have on tap here?
So I'd say our most popular is going to be our Jumbo. That's our golden ale. Light, easy drinking, perfect for the Jags games when they're here in town. So it's good for that. Also, I-10 is our West Coast IPA. That sells really well in the market. Also, our Easy on the Eyes, which is a session IPA. Nice citra hop, easy drinking IPA. And then People's Pale Ale is our flagship. So that's when we started it all.
And what do you have in your cup today?
So it's one of those nice warm Florida days today. So I'm drinking a little refresher. I'm drinking a Goza. It's called Daybreak, which is pretty much what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Taking a little break in the day. But no, it's a Goza. It's going to be that nice saltiness to it. A little bit of that lime coriander too as well. And we add grapefruit to ours.
Grapefruit. And you brew here?
We brew some of our stuff here. We also brew some of our stuff at our other location on King Street, which is a little hop, skip, and a jump from here, but right over on in Jacksonville too.
And that location has been open for how long?
About 7 years, a little bit over 7 years. 2010 is when we opened that location. That was what started it all.
And here?
Here, a little bit over a year and a half now. So our first opening was the Trinidad and Tobago versus USA soccer match over at Everbank Field right along the way. So,
like a big party.
Big party.
Like a big party. Now, you do some special release beers. Can you talk about some of the special release beers, like maybe this one?
Yeah, you got one of them right there. So we like to have the core beers on the tap room, but every once in a while we'll do some specialty stuff. This beer specifically, Underdark, we do the first Saturday of February every year. It's a big old party, like you said before. Yeah, and you can tell why people line up for it. So, but yeah, this is one of our specialty ones. We age it in a bourbon barrel. We change up the barrel every year, but it's got that nice chocolatey malts to it, but also a little bit of that booziness to it. So.
Oh, It's delicious. It's delicious. And you do variations on this too?
For the day of, for that event, we do different variations. We'll do, for this year, we did chocolate orange, we did Sazerac, we did coffee as well with bold bean coffee. We hook up with those guys a lot. But
You also partner with a restaurant here. Can you talk a little bit about that and the food you serve?
Oh, for sure. So Black Sheep and Intuition is the restaurant that's here inside Intuition. Their umbrella is going to be Orsay and Black Sheep over at 5 Points, and also they have a restaurant called Bellwether as well. But we're lucky to have them both. I mean, you're going to be sitting here enjoying some beers, you might as well enjoy some food with it. I mean, you're drinking 11%ers all day, you might want to fill up on something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, those guys took pub food and made it awesome. They just took their twist on pub food, whether it's the pork rind nachos or their version of a Big Mac, 2 all beef patties, their little sheep sauce, they call it. So it's good stuff.
They have poutine.
Poutine,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Poutine's a crowd favorite. Cheese curds are a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
So just good shareable food, easy stuff, quick. Game days, those guys got it down to pounding food out. So.
What is your favorite beer to have?
Ooh, it just depends on the that's one of the questions I get all the time too. It's like
hard
everyone's
to
like,
answer?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to answer because everyone's like, what's your favorite? So it just really depends on how I'm feeling that day. Like I said, it's a hot day, I'm drinking a Goza.
Yeah.
My probably go-to though here, it's probably gonna be John Boat. It's just easy drinking. I mean, it's my dad's favorite. My buddy Cintron, it's one of his favorites as well. But everyone, if you're going to the beach, John Boat's the one to go with. So if I'm going a little bit heavier, Wheelhouse Brown, a little bit of rye, and that one is that one is my February beer. If I wasn't working tonight, that would be the beer I'm drinking right now as well.
Really?
So yeah, that's Underdark Spirit.
If people are planning to come to the area or they just want to find out more about Intuition, how can they?
So our website, intuitionnailworks.com, that's got a lot of little bio about us, a little bit of directions and stuff. But social media is the way to go with us. I mean, Sammy, like I talked about before, she's in charge of the social media, and she kills it. I mean, every time there's an event going on, she's got it posted out there. You'll know about stuff. Usually she gives you a week in advance, gives you some time to plan for it and things. So that's the way I would say Instagram, Intuition Nailworks, or Facebook.
And if somebody can't come to the area, how can they get this delicious beer?
So we distribute throughout Florida. We're not anywhere else, any other states right now. Florida drinks a lot of our beer, so we're just keeping up production in Florida. But you can go ahead and find us. We're at Total Wine. We're in Winn-Dixie's and Publix's around the area here. In other locations, it just depends on the market we're in. Maybe we'll find you in your local pub or at one of your local packaging shops. So.
Definitely come to our hometown soon. Thank you so much for taking time to sit down and talk with us and have a beer. And cheers to this awesome place and your awesome beer.
Cheers. Thanks.